So glad you could join me for yoga. I'm Joan, and this is Yoga with Joan Bossy. This little guy over here is Yoda, our Frenchie, who likes to listen to my voice when I practice yoga. We have a beautiful slow flow practice for you. We are going to be working the lower back, releasing tension and tightness in the upper, the middle, and the lower back with some poses. Mainly they will be on the mat. Just 2 poses will be off the mat in a standing position. So let's get started. Let's come down onto our backs. We'll start. And we'll find our knees maybe touching, letting the shoulders and the skull come down, feeling supported by the earth. You can close your eyes or have a soft gaze down. Maybe your one hand on the belly, one hand on your heart as you take in 3 deep breaths here. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth or the nose. Here we go. Inhale. Inhale. And last one, inhaling. And nice long exhale. We'll let our breath return to normal. And in your mind's eye, noticing how your body feels today without judgment. Notice how your mind feels. If your mind is filled with many thoughts, you can let them float in and then let them float back out. Just watch them. And you can let the eyes begin to open. Arms can come alongside your body, palms down. Feet can be about hips width distance apart. As we begin with 3 bridges, we'll have the thumbs pointing up towards the sky. We're going to add the arms, inhaling the pelvis up, really pushing into the mat with the feet. Arms come overhead. As we exhale back down, arms can come with us. 2 more times, inhaling up. And exhaling back. Nice stretch for the lower back. And last time, inhale up. And exhale. And you can bring the knees into the chest, giving them a gentle squeeze. Maybe a rock from side to side. And you can roll over to one side to come up. Or you could hold the backs of the legs, coming forward. And rolling a little bit on the back, massaging the back. And then we'll bring our hands to the mat. Really spreading the fingers nice and wide. Toes can turn under. We'll drop the belly, inhale to cow. And we'll stay in cow, exhaling in this position. And inhaling again and exhaling here. Really feeling this position with the belly hanging down, chin reaching up. And then we'll take an inhale. And then we'll exhale to cow, rounding that spine. Belly pulls in, chin pulls in. And stay here for a couple breaths. Feeling the power of this rounding of the spine. And then we'll take 3 flows. So inhale to cow. And we'll exhale to cat. I'll do this 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Really pushing into the mat. Rounding the spine. We'll come back to neutral spine. As we turn those toes under, and we'll take 3 inhales coming up into downward dog, and exhaling back. Good, knees come down. So inhale, lift those hips. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale, really lift. And exhale back down. Beautiful. And this time we'll inhale and we'll stay in our downward dog for 3 breaths. I'm going to move up a little, Yoda, so we don't bother you. Bending one knee and then the other. And then we'll come to stillness. Knees can be bent, but we're pressing that chest down. And on the next breath, we'll inhale that leg out, nice and straight, really reaching the heel away from the body. And then we'll bend that right knee up towards the sky. Heel comes towards the glute muscle. We'll pause here for another breath. Really opening up that hip. And then we'll straighten the leg, inhaling. Exhaling that leg through, letting the left knee come down. So we're in low lunge on the mat. Hands frame the foot as we draw ourselves back to half splits onto the heel. So fold over, and then we'll inhale again. Exhale back. Actually, this is the second time. And then we'll inhale for a third time. And exhale back. And then we'll just fold over, gently letting the right hip pull back as we draw forward with that chest, letting the head drop. Beautiful. We'll take another breath here. Let everything go. And then we'll come back, bending that knee. And then we'll plant the left hand. And if you have a block or even a book handy, you can always put it on, your hand on there. As we reach up 3 times with the arm for a twist. Inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. So this practice, we're flowing a lot. And then we'll stay up. If you invite you to take a look up as we reach, breathing here, holding this beautiful opening, twist, and then we'll let the arm float back down, and this time bringing it to the inside of the foot as we heel toe the foot over for lizard pose. And we stay right here. Maybe the hands come to a block, or forearms can come to the earth, or a block or book. As we breathe here, letting the hip open. And then on the next breath, we'll keep the left elbow down, taking, or hand, and we'll take that right hand and push a little into that thigh as we open up towards the ceiling. And if this is uncomfortable for you and it's not in your practice today, you can stay right in lizard pose. Another breath in, and then we'll come back to our lizard pose for one more breath. Beautiful. And then we'll remove the block or our hands from the earth. And we'll begin to heel toe that foot back towards the center. And what we're going to do is take a little walk over to the left. Walking those hands. And we're going to forward fold. And I will let my head drop as I reach with my hands through. Letting my head drop in this beautiful wide angle forward fold. Using the abs, but softening the face as we reach towards the earth with the crown of that head. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then we're going to take that right arm and flow it up. Inhale and exhale down. Second time, inhale. Exhale down, and last time, inhale it up, And hold here, taking a look over to the up to the right or up. Another breath. This is really a good back stretch here. Inhale, exhale that arm down. Walking back towards the front of your mat again, where you were. Beautiful. And then we're gonna bring the back foot in about a half a step, half of the mat, half a step, coming into pyramid pose. So this is one of our standing poses today. So we're gonna take the elbows and we're gonna hold on to them gently. We're gonna inhale and then we're gonna exhale to pyramid pose. So both toes are pointing forward. You can widen the front foot off to the right a little if you need to get your balance. And then you can release those hands. Really let the head drop. Wherever it drops is perfect. You don't have to come down this low. As long as you feel the stretch and you're gently drawing the right hip back, just like we did when we were in our half splits pose. Another breath here. Beautiful. And then we'll step forward, coming into our forward fold. We'll hold onto the elbows and hang, or just let the arms dangle down. And you might notice a little difference in the hips. We've already stretched the right side. Beautiful. And then we'll let the elbows go. We'll take 3 half lifts. Inhaling, maybe the hands come to the shins or the ground, flat back. Exhale down 2 more times. Beautiful. And then we'll gently step back to our hands and knees, finding our posture. Hands spread wide, abs activated, wrists under shoulders. And we'll turn those toes under. We'll flow 3 times to downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Down. Inhale to downward dog. Exhale back down. And last time, inhale and exhale. And this time we'll stay, taking that downward dog, pedaling the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Just getting comfortable. And then we'll allow that left leg to lift behind us on the inhale. And exhaling, and then we'll open up that hip, left knee towards the sky, foot towards that glute muscle, pressing into the thumb and first finger a little more than the other fingers in your hands as we breathe in 3-legged dog. Nice hip opener. We'll straighten that leg on the inhale, sending it through, coming down onto that right knee in low lunge. Coming to the heel of the left foot, folding over. And then we'll bend the knee 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll go one more time. And this time as you draw the left hip gently back, you're leaning forward with the heart. Opening that heart, letting the head drop. 2 more breaths, you're doing great. Releasing the jaw and the face. And we'll take an inhale as we come back to that foot. We'll plant the right hand on the floor, or book or block, as we lift up 3 flows to the twist. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Last time, inhale and stay. Breathing in this beautiful twist. Another breath in and out. And then we'll let that hand come to the inside of the foot as we heel toe it over. Knee comes down if it was up. And we'll take our beautiful lizard pose, coming to the mat or a book or block with our elbows or hands, and folding down, releasing all the tension in the shoulders. And you can remain right here, or you can gently allow your left hand to push into that left thigh, turning your body towards the sky. Breathing in and out. In and out. Beautiful. And then staying in lizard as you were before, or coming back. Another breath. Beautiful. Really feeling the tension in that left hip as we come up, removing the block. Take a walk. We'll heel toe the foot back over, and then take a walk over to our wide angle forward fold. Toes are pointed forward as we fold over. Maybe we walk our hands a little bit backwards through the legs, or just let the arms dangle down. This is our second forward fold, so using the ab muscles, really feeling the roots of the legs pushing down, taking root in the earth to let you have the energy to draw yourself down. Another inhale. And then we'll come up on the exhale, just bringing the fingertips under the face. We'll inhale the right arm up. And coming back down, flowing again, second time up for the twist. And then back. And then last time, reach out to the side and up. Holding here, looking off to the side or even up. Reaching with the fingertips, rooting with the feet. We'll come back down, flowing to the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And then last time, inhale, lift. Staying here and breathing. Eye gaze can be off to the left or up. And relaxing the neck as best as possible. Another breath in, reach. Exhale that arm down. We'll begin to walk ourselves back to the front of the mat. Coming to a runner's lunge. We'll take a step forward. Coming to pyramid. So feet are facing forward. Find your balance and then slowly come up. Whatever way works for you. Finding those elbows behind you. Inhale. And we'll exhale to pyramid. Bringing the head down towards the leg, heart reaching out. Maybe the arms come down now. Let them come down, unless they're already down. Couple more breaths, really feeling the stretch in the leg, maybe the hip. Wherever you feel it is perfect. Another full breath. Beautiful. And then we'll step forward, finding our forward fold, letting the arms dangle down. You can hold the elbows this time or take the toes and the first two fingers with the first two fingers. Inhale. Exhale the elbows out to the side as we draw the chest closer to the thighs. Maybe the knees are just very bent. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, whatever pose you chose is perfect. Letting everything go. Relaxing the shoulders and the head down with gravity. We'll let that go, drawing our fingers to the floor or to the shins, maybe halfway lift. Exhale down 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fold forward. Beautiful. And then we'll step back, coming to our knees and hands again. We'll let our hands come forward, our arms reach forward for a puppy. As we come down, sending that chest to the floor. And maybe you're up here, that's okay. Maybe that chest reaches further down. And you can let the head release down. That's one way. And you can stay here grounding yourself. Maybe the head touches, maybe it doesn't. Or if you want more of a stretch, maybe you need more, you could tent the fingers and send the chin towards the earth, really stretching out the upper back, the shoulders, really getting into almost the middle back as we really reach the chest down and the chin. And if either of these are uncomfortable, you could always drop your forearms and just let your head come down. Lots of options for a puppy. And then we'll take our last inhale here and exhale. And then we'll begin to come up, walking the hands back towards the body. Good. And we'll take a moment to breathe. So turning your toes under, stretching those feet, maybe letting the head come down, closing the eyes. You can also take this opportunity to draw the fingers backwards, putting some pressure on those wrists, stretching them. Another 2 breaths in whatever position you're in. Good. And then we'll take a child's pose, sending the hips back, letting the head come down. Feel the grounding as you lay towards the earth with your head there, resting with your arms on the earth and legs. Nice back stretch if we engage the fingers a little more, reaching out ahead of us. Or maybe it's more restful with the forearms down. And then we'll reach the head back up. Beautiful job. We'll walk ourselves back to our position on the ground where we started. Taking a nice, maybe using the abs to come down little by little, or holding the backs of the thighs. As we take a nice twist for the lower back, we're going to let the left leg go long. We're going to bring the right leg in, knee in. We're going to hold the back of the leg as we flex the foot, taking some ankle circles in both directions, pointing and flexing that foot. We'll take another breath as we draw that knee a little closer to the body. And then we're going to, from here, the right knee will come across the body, letting it drop down. Take that right arm and reach out away from the body, letting that arm just gently, right shoulder blade be down. And your left hand can come to the thigh of the left leg, letting it settle there. Eye gaze over that left arm as we take a full body twist here, unless it feels better for your neck to look up. So both shoulder blades have found the ground. Really feel the earth holding you up as you breathe. Softening the skin on the forehead. Letting the tongue drop to the mouth, to the lower part of the mouth. From here, we begin to look back up as the leg comes back. Bent knee into the chest. We'll take the other leg in. A little squeeze here as we draw the right leg long on the floor. Oh, Yoda, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetie, good boy. So maybe hold the back of your thighs. You draw the left knee in. And if you're finding this is too much of a stretch on the legs here and the hips, you can really just bring that lower leg up to the foot to the floor, the right foot. So taking some ankle circles one way and then the other, pointing and flexing the foot. Beautiful. Holding here and breathing. From here, we'll take the left leg and draw it across the body. Left arm straight out, perpendicular to the body. One hand, right hand can be gently on the thighs. We take a look over the left to the left hand, breathing. Nurturing your body today with this yoga practice, keeping that breath flowing. Bringing blood and nutrients to that spine as we breathe here. Taking the left leg back to the center, drawing the right leg in, both legs come in. Feeling for the ankles with the arms, outside soles of the feet, fingers wrap around as we draw some pressure to those tops of the feet, soles of the feet, knees are bent as we come into this happy baby, this hip opener. Again, feeling your back pushing into the ground as you gently let those knees release. Let those feet, apply a little pressure to those feet. You can rock your happy baby. You can stay still. You can straighten one leg and then the other. And then we'll release the feet, sliding the hands down. As we come back to where we started, letting the knees touch. You can also let the soles of the feet come together for more of a hip opener. Either one hand on the lower belly, one hand in the middle where the heart is. And as you breathe, I'm going to read you an empath meditation for empaths. And what's an empath? Someone that feels things very deeply, tends to think and feel things very deeply that happen to them. And you could read more about it in this book. So staying right here, you're not moving, I'm gently getting the book. You're feeling your grounding as you continue to breathe on your back. I'm reading from a book by Judith Orloff, MD, Thriving as an Empath, 365 Days of Self-Care for Sensitive People. So we'll take some breaths as I read. This is on page 46. To calm stress and sensory overload that you might experience, as well as to connect with love, I suggest practicing this heart-focused meditation. Begin by doing it once daily. Then you can increase the frequency. I depend on this heart meditation to center myself between patients and throughout the day, to relieve emotional and physical discomfort, act quickly, and use this meditation. So not only now, but you can use this anytime. And here we go. Close your eyes or have a soft gaze down as I read. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths to relax. Then place your hand over your heart chakra in the middle of your chest. Focus on an image that makes you happy. A sunset, a daisy, the ocean, a dolphin. begin to notice a growing sensation of warmth, openness, and loving kindness build in your heart area and flow through your body. Let this feeling soothe and remove all discomfort. Toxic energy leaves your body as you become purified by love. This beautiful meditation, again, is from Judith Orloff. So continuing to breathe on your back. I also enjoy reading from Louise Hays' books, You Can Heal Your Life. And having back problems or any problems in the whole body can stem from emotional issues that you may have. That's her stance. And she says that lower back pain means you need to trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. So focusing on that meditation. The upper back, sometimes you need to love and approve of yourself even more. Life supports and loves me. That's a meditation you can say. Middle of your back, I release the past. I am free to move forward with love in my heart. So really trusting in the process of life when it comes to your back or back issues. Really letting yourself know that everything will be okay in the end, no matter what. And if you're too tired, too lonely, or even too hungry, if your basic needs aren't met, don't try to solve your problems then. Take a rest, take a meditation, and then slowly journal, maybe write down your thoughts. And we'll end our beautiful practice here with those thoughts. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, drawing the legs in, and you're always welcome to stay on your back a little longer, pausing the tape. And you can roll gently over to one side, pausing in a fetal position, taking a breath here, supporting your head with your hands. And after that one cleansing breath, begin to push yourself up, maybe with one hand, letting the head come up less. As we come to our seated position, we'll end our practice, bringing our hands to our heart, bowing our chin to our chest. Thank you so much for joining me today at Yoga with Joan Bossy. If you enjoyed this practice, please give it a like. Please share it with someone who might need it. The light and the teacher in me honors that light and teacher in all of you. Hands come to the third eye as we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And we are all done, Yoda. Yes, we are. You going to say goodbye to everybody? Yeah. We appreciate you for joining us, Yoda. And I appreciate you for joining me. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.